Architect Karunungan. May I now call on Mr. Kenneth Marvin Massing, cum laude, for his address of thanks.
Reverend Father Winston F. Cabading, OP, Secretary General, University of Santo Tomas. Architect John Joseph Fernandez, College Dean. Reverend Father Manuel Ru, College Regent. Assistant Professor Warren Manea, College Secretary. Architect Catherine Balse Karunungan, President, College of Architecture Alumni Association. Faculty, Alumni Architects, parents, guests, and fellow graduates, good evening. 5 years ago, on the same day as my high school graduation, I went to Beato Angelico to confirm my slot for USC Architecture. I could somehow recall what has happened back then. I was supposed to be reserving my slot with Carlman and Topher that morning, but I ran a little late. They went ahead, which made them blockmates, and I was delegated to the next class. Who would have thought back then that the person queuing in front and behind us would be our first-year blockmates? What a very systematic way of assigning students to their class, isn't it? My fellow graduates, a lot of firsts happened to our batch, and because it was first implemented to us, we never really got prepared for the cutoff grade. It was heartbreaking to send off our friends who has never made it. We also thought that our first year block will be all the way until 5th year, but no, we had to reshuffle. And as much as we'd like to keep our previous block, we had to adjust and acquaint ourselves to our new block. On the positive note, we got familiar with everybody else in the batch. OSET and ARCC were also first in our batch. These two exams scared the daylight out of us, and we will never forget the feeling of preparing, taking, and waiting for the exam results. Looking back on all this, it's as if it was only yesterday when we first entered college. But tonight, we are about to end another chapter of our lives. My fellow graduates, there is a lot to be grateful for everything that has happened to us, and I hope we share the same sentiments as I lead the address of thanks. First, let us thank God, our Creator, for all the blessings and graces He has given us, for sharing with us all the good in this world, for leading us through trials, for showing us the light even in great times of darkness, and for always giving us strength. Thank you, Lord. To our parents and guardians, we are forever grateful to you for giving us life. Thank you for leading us by example and for nurturing us the right values. We wouldn't be the same person we are today without all your support. We share to you this success because we believe that it is not ours alone, for you have journeyed with us all throughout the years. To the University of Santo Tomas, thank you for allowing us to study and become a part of this institution that has been known to educate and produce individuals who are of great competence, who have Christian compassion and commitment to truth. To the College of Architecture Administration, thank you for safeguarding the well-being of each and every student in the college. We understand that all the newly added courses in the architecture program, which were first implemented in our batch, are for our welfare as well. We hope that we can bring back the official recognition of us being a top-performing school after hurdling 2 simulated licensure exams. To all the faculty members, especially to our design professors and advisors, thank you for generously sharing your knowledge to us and the glimpses of the professional world. Thank you for nurturing our skills and talents and for helping us create the design approaches unique to us. Though some might disagree on me with this, I would like to believe that our design approaches is an amalgam of our personal and all your different design approaches. We will bring with us all the lessons we've learned from you once we set out in the real world. To all the distinguished alumni architects who are present tonight, thank you for carrying with you the label of being a globally competitive Tomasian architect. We take pride in all the recognition and success you've received and will continue to receive as we are to obtain the same title you are carrying right now in few years' time. We all hope that we could take part in the makings of your future successes as you allow us to practice the profession in your firms. To our classmates and friends, thank you for sharing your lives with us and accompanying us through this arduous journey. We will never forget the moments of laughter and tears we all shared, the friendship we've created that has been strengthened by the times. It will be forever engraved in our hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to make remarks on a more personal note. First, to my alma mater, Don Bosco Technical College, thank you for equipping me with strong Catholic values and technical skills that has helped me all throughout my college journey. To my class advisor back in third year high school, Sir Joshua Aguilar, who by the way is also an alumnus of USC Architecture. Thank you for seeing through my potential and for suggesting that I take up the same course in the same institution as you did. In behalf of Audrey, Paul, Ivan, Paul, Justin, Emmy, and Eliza, I would like to thank our benefactors and scholarship providers, Metrobank Foundation Incorporated, and Pacific Boys and Paint Philippines Incorporated. We wouldn't have made it through without all your assistance. I would also like to thank the various organizations whom I had been affiliated with: Arquitecto, Arquinet, Heritage Conservation Society, United Architects of the Philippines Student Auxiliary, Vicario de Santo Tomas, and to the College of Architecture Student Council, academic year 2010 and 2011. To the Architecture men's and women's volleyball team, thank you. Playing with you guys in the Goodwill Games is the highlight of my previous semester. I wish you all the best in the coming years. I would like to extend my utmost gratitude to my thesis advisor, Architect Sylvia Clemente. Ma'am Sylvia, I will never forget when you walked out on me during a consultation. It served as a wake-up call. Thank you too for believing in my thesis when I was doubting it. I couldn't imagine myself acing a housing thesis without having you as my advisor. Ma'am Sylvia, we made history. To my defense jurors, Architect Martin, Architect Solomon, Architect Cunanan, thank you for being generous during my defense. I was expecting a good grade, but I never really thought that I'd received an uno. And that is why I cried really hard when I received my grading sheet. I hope that that defense will be a personal anecdote of yours. I would also like to thank all the professors whom had played a significant part of my academic life. Architect Petilla, Architect Fontecha, Architect Rino Fernandez, Architect Alarcon, Architect Malaga, Architect Sanchez, Architect De La Paz, Architect Avendaño, Architect Manalad, Architect Santa Maria, Architect Lee, Architect Ventura, Architect Tijuco, Architect Kringal, and Architect Ponce. And to everybody else whom I have not mentioned, thank you. Special mention to Ma'am Charis Ong and to Kuya Melo Albert. It was when I had my very first seminar in the college, the one where you guys presented your thesis, that I've started dreaming that I could also be among the outstanding thesis and among the graduates with Latin honors at the same time. Though I don't know you guys personally, thank you because your achievements served as my personal motivation. I hope there is someone out here I could inspire the same way as you guys did to me. I would also like to thank Raymond and Gab, Cha, Robbie for helping me out days before my defense. I might not have made it on time without all your help. I am forever in your debt. To those who made it among the outstanding thesis, thank you that even for a short time, we've managed to create and share great memories prior and during the redefense for Thesis of the Year. Congratulations also to Fernando Conanan for bagging the Thesis of the Year. To my college friends, special mention to Lara, Queenie, Anna, Jessica, Brian, CJ, Alex, Ivy, Carl and Claude, May and Serio, Patrick, Mike, Dong, Francis, Fritz, Marion, Polly, Lance, Chow, Chas, Chai, Zara, Sam, 1AR3, and to everybody else in AR3 block. Thank you for making my college life exciting and fun. To my kapwa Bosconian, thank you, bro. I shared this with you. Just believe in him. God has a great plan ahead of you. To my father, whom I have not personally met yet, I still want to thank you for giving life to me and for making my mom a lot stronger when you left her. All I can say is see you around, since you and I are in a related industry. To my cousins, who have been like siblings to me, to my titos, who have been like father to me, thank you. To my aunt, Tita Love, thank you because you gave up your own happiness and decided to dedicate your life in earning us our everyday living. Gusto ko lang sabihin sa'yo, kay mama at kay tatay, na ni minsan, hindi ko ikinahiyang nagtitinda lamang tayo ng barbecue sa bangketa. Tita, I promise you that we'll expand the barbecue business, and I hope you and Ate Tracy will continue to manage it really well. To my lolo, Tatay Tony, thank you that even way beyond retiring age, you remained resilient and are tirelessly working to provide for us. Tay, stay strong. We still have a long way to go. I love you po. To my lola, Nanay Aida, thank you for having a very strong aspiration for me, that even though we are financially incapable, you still sent me to good schools. Thank you too for always interceding our prayers to God. To my mom, Mama Esther, I couldn't thank you enough for all the sacrifices you made when you decided to keep me. You are the best parent I will ever have, and I thank the Lord that He has made you my mom. I am sorry that I made you worry when I broke down and cried that night when I was about to give up on my thesis a day before final endorsement. To tell you the truth, Mama, I wasn't really crying because I might not be able to graduate. I was crying because I couldn't bear the thought that I might not be able to bring you, Tatay and Tita Love, up here on stage. Because that is the only way I know I could get back to everything else that you did for me. Ma, thank you for holding me in your arms and letting me pour out all the stress and worry I have held in. Thank you for all the reassuring words, for telling me that it was just a test from God and that I could pull through it, which I did. Ma, this is for you. I love you. And finally, I thank you, Lord, for journeying alongside me all the way up here. Everything won't be possible without your guidance. Thank you for all the graces you've bequeathed me, the trials and challenges you've let me face and win over, for never making me complacent of all the success, and for humbling me always. Thank you. My fellow graduates, and to everyone else who did not make it, Before I end my address of thanks, I would like to share with you the greatest lesson I have learned yet. That failures and adversities are all God's graces. They are meant to make us stronger and better individuals. And the secret to turning them into success is in dealing with them with maturity and wisdom. You see, I have my fair share of failures too, but I never let them get me. Instead, I savor its every bit. I take courage from it. I make it a tool for personal growth and change. Remember, the only man who never makes a mistake is a man who never does anything. So embrace your failures wholeheartedly and be proud of them because it only meant that you tried. Congratulations to us all who made it, and to everybody else, keep on trying and you'll pull through it eventually. Make the better version of you happen every time. Congratulations once again, and may all the success and glory be God's. Thank you and good evening.